So I'm back here today with a little bit of a comparison video. We recently got our first look at Eggcited Thrillipede, an Easter variant that will be coming out sometime next year. And I was looking at it, and a few things looked a little different to me. And so I went back and looked at the regular Thrillipede that we got an image of a couple months ago, and noticed a couple of differences. I will start off by saying that both of these are legitimate images. Both of them come from official sources. There's no reason to doubt that they were photoshopped or faked or anything like that. Um, but as you can see here, Egg-sided Thrillipede has a couple of actual physical differences, not just the color scheme, but if you look closely at his mouth, you'll see that the grenade pin is missing on Eggcited Thrillipede. And then if we go down towards his midsection, you can see in one of his hands, the regular Thrillipede is holding 3 of those cocoon grenades, where the one in the middle hand is missing on Eggcited Thrillipede. This stands out very much because the Eggcited Thrillipede's grenades are obviously painted like Easter eggs, and there's only 2 of them there. It's quite obvious. So, not entirely sure what's going on here yet. I have a couple of theories that I'll get into in a minute, but I also wanted to point out that both of their bases are the same color. I know this might not seem like a big deal until you look at all of the other variants that we've gotten so far this year. If we take a look at those quick, you can see, another upcoming variant, Birthday Bash Big Bubble Pop Fizz, has a silver base, along with all of the dark figures that had silver bases. And then we had the gold bases for the legendaries. Frightful Fiesta had the black base, and even Mistletoe Diveclops, as well as Steel Plated Smash Hit, they both had green bases. So far, every in-game variant that they've given us has had a different colored base, except for Eggcited Thrillipede. So I'm not sure what's going on there either, but maybe it's just something new they're trying. Anyway, like I was saying, I have a couple theories that maybe the final design of Eggcited Thrillipede, or Thrillipede in general, actually changed between the time they drew up regular Thrillipede and the Easter variant. This is something that happens actually fairly often. We've seen it before. They design a figure one way, but between the time they design it, send out the press photos of it, and then actually release it, they've decided to make some changes to it. And we saw this back. There have been a number of instances, but some of the more dramatic ones that people have pointed out to me, and I've made an effort to update them to correct pictures on my site. But Eyebrow, he was originally designed, as you'll see pictures all over the internet, with yellow highlights, whereas his actual figure appeared with gold highlights. And then there was Lightcore Pop Fizz. This was a big one because the original design that you see in all the press photos and even on Skylander's official site to this day, he has 2 bottles, but the final design only had 1 bottle. And then there was an issue with Pop Fizz again just last year with Trap Team, when we had the Love Potion Pop Fizz that was all pink, But then in the final design, he ended up having the brown gloves, and it confused a lot of people. It's like they weren't sure if there was a second version or if they found another variant of a variant, because that's been done before too. But it's just they decided to change the look of the figure sometime between that initial design rendering and the final production version. So that could be what happened here with Thrillipede, and we're just seeing it in two different renderings already because he has a variant that we know about. Or second theory, they could be taking a page out of the Lego Dimensions playbook and be breaking the rules. They've already shown us they're not afraid to break the rules. They've done it a number of times this year already with, they weren't hard and fast rules that anybody had written, but they were general guidelines that we had pieced together over the years, and they're going against a lot of those things this year. So maybe they are actually altering the variant physically, not just with a new color scheme, new paint job, but an actual different figure. Obviously, the pose still looks the same, but they've removed a couple of pieces, so I guess that makes it a different figure. It's hard to say. Whatever the case may be, we're not going to find out for a couple of months, obviously, because Eggcited Thrillipede won't come out until just before Easter. That'll be sometime in March. And Thrillipede, we still don't know if that's going to be a wave 4 or 5. But once again, that'll either be, February, March, April, could go into May even. Who knows? We'll see what the release schedule looks like later in the cycle in 2016. And we'll just have to go from there. So yeah, just a interesting little tidbit I was looking at. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon.